everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
What's up, guys? Got some more Crowfall action for you today. In this video, we're going to be talking about my guild. Something I thought I would never do in Crowfall, which was start my own guild. So, first of all, I just want to say that there's no drama with KGV or the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt is largely over due to the guild mechanics, guild alliance mechanics coming into the game. That is basically a death sentence for the faction thing we were doing, since we can't participate in alliances, and you would just get steamrolled by big alliances. There's nothing you can really do. So that, unfortunately, the game mechanics killed off the Wild Hunt. But on the bright side, KGV is reborn. Crim started up KGV again. There's no drama with me and KGV. I've been wanting to do this for a while. It just seemed like now is the perfect time to do it. And to sort of prove that there's no drama, KGV is the only guild on my guild's Do Not Kill list. The only one outside of like some sort of official alliance if we ever got put into like one of the official alliances in the game. But KGV will always be on the Do Not Kill list. So, that's that. Why am I doing this? Why am I making my own guild, something I thought I would never do? Mainly because it just doesn't exist. What I've wanted in a guild primarily just doesn't exist. I've wanted a dedicated small-scale PvP guild. Most of the guilds in this game want to focus on, building up keeps and playing the game in, I guess, a normal way, which is totally fine. But I just don't care about keeps. I just really don't care about doing that, and like the big keep battles, they just don't appeal to me. I am way more interested in the small scale PvP stuff, the ganking and that kind of stuff. I have zero interest in keeps, crafting, harvesting. The entire primary focus of the guild is going to be small scale PvP and being a complete pain in the ass. That is the guild mantra. Small scale PvP, being a pain in the ass. So why the name CYBERBULLIES? Number one, it flows off the tongue very nicely. It's fun to say, CYBERBULLIES. I don't know. I think it sounds great. Number two, making people say the phrase cyberbullies is hilarious. It's a funny fucking word. I don't know. So even if they don't call us cyberbullies, if they want to shorten it and say cyber, that's even funnier. I'm not going to explain why that's funnier, but just look it up. That's even funnier. And if they don't want to say cyberbullies or cyber, and they identify us by our guild tag, which is a pink unicorn, calling us the Pink Unicorn Guild is even funnier. So, that's why I went with the name and branding that I went with. Who should apply? Who do I want in my guild? Number one, the absolute number one most important thing is active players. If you're not active, if Crowfall is not the main game you're playing, do not even bother joining my guild. If you join my guild and you don't play that much, I'm just gonna kick you. And what I mean, you don't need to be some no-life loser. I mean, I prefer if you are. But you don't need to be somebody that plays the game for 16 hours a day. But if you don't play at least 20 hours a week, then I'm really not interested. And if 20 hours a week sounds like, oh my god, he's requiring you, I'm not. If that is something that absolutely is untenable, then it's just not a good fit. I'm just looking for. You have to be enough of a nerd to at least play 20 hours a week. So if you don't play 20 hours a week, that's fine. Just not. It's not the guild for you. It's just not. Number two, players who can function by themselves. This is going to be a very, very small guild. Even if the guild does get considerably bigger than what it is now. Let's say we do get 10 players, which I think is not going to happen for a while, because to get 10 people crazy enough to do what I'm doing right now is probably not going to happen, at least not for a while. Even if you had 10 people, I still think that largely you're going to be by yourself a lot of the time. So you're going to need to be able to be effective by yourself. So if you play a class like a Templar, you're going to have to be able to play something that is more solo or small scale friendly, because you're going to be playing in small groups or by yourself a lot of the time. That doesn't mean you absolutely have to play an assassin or a duelist. You can play something like a pit fighter, or really anything that you can get away with playing solo. Like I know some people play Ganetian knights and Ganetian clerics, and people do a lot of weird, interesting things and get away with playing solo still. But that's just going to be a requirement to have fun in a guild like this, is that you're just going to have to be efficient by yourself. Obviously, the guild is going to appeal to gankers. If you're the ganker type, then you're going to love a guild. You're going to love a guild like this because you are going to stand out and going to reap all the rewards of it, I guess. Now I'm going to get into the things that are 100% going to suck about being in a guild like this. And there's a lot of them. And I'm not going to hold any punches because I don't want anybody joining and being like, oh my god, I can't believe it's like this. So, number one, this guild is absolutely not for new players. Unlike the Wild Hunt, there's going to be very little, if any, hand-holding in this guild. I don't care if you're a little bit new to the game, but if you're brand new, man, this is really not the place for you because you're going to be by yourself a lot. You're not going to have a lot of resources and people to help you just because there's going to be less people in the guild. So it's going to be a challenge. If you're a new player, it's absolutely going to be a challenge. Obviously, anybody, people are going to answer your questions in Discord. It's not going to be like some elitist thing where nobody's ever going to help you. But compared to a normal guild, you're just not going to have that many lifelines compared to a normal guild. So keep that in mind. It's going to be tougher. I'm not completely against newer players. I know a lot of people are newer players in the beta, but you got to have the right mentality for this. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to fend for yourself for crafted gear. There's going to be no crafters in the guild, no harvesters in the guild. Obviously, you can harvest on your own time, right? But like, it's not going to be a dedicated guild effort. You're going to largely have to barter with other guilds and buy equipment from other guilds. Now, I'm sure KGV will be helpful in this regard. They're not going to give you the shit for free. I'm not expecting them to give me shit for free. So you're going to have to barter with them and figure out what they need, and they'll make something for you in return. I'm sure that'll work. But you're going to have to work with other guilds too because KGV might not be able to do it. Whatever. So you're gonna have to make relationships with crafters and sort of figure that out on your own, largely. So that's gonna suck. Number 3, you're gonna be capping a lot of outposts. If you can't stand the idea of capping outposts, this is 100% not the guild for you because that's gonna be a lot of what we do in this guild is capping those fucking outposts. I know it sounds bad, but honestly, you get a lot of great PvP from doing it. But if that is something you absolutely hate doing, then just don't join. Just don't join it flat out. Number 4, you're never going to win a campaign in a guild like this. You're never going to win the whole thing. However, I do think we'll be able to score a lot better than people think, and I'll get to that later. You're never going to own a fort or a keep. This guild will always be landless. Even if we could get something, we won't. We will never, ever, ever own a fort or a keep. It's just not something I give a damn about. If we did get a fort or a keep, we'd immediately lose it because we don't have enough people to hold it, so why even bother? It's not, I don't give a damn about holding a fort or a keep. Number 6, this will never be a large guild. It's not something I'm interested in doing. First of all, I don't think it's even possible to find enough crazy people interested in a guild like this that is playing the game backwards. I don't think there's enough people that have the sort of mental illness to want to join a guild like this. So I don't think it's ever going to be a big guild. And I'm also going to be fairly picky with who I let in because this guild, the difference between a guild like this and a normal guild is that a normal guild needs a critical mass of players. Like you need a good, 40 active players to at least hold on to something. Like if you don't have that, you're just never going to hold on to anything. With this guild, we don't give a fuck. It can literally be me by myself. I don't care if it's me by myself. I'd rather have me by myself than have somebody that's not a good fit. So yeah. It's never going to be a big guild. Now, those are all the things that are going to suck. There might be more things that are going to suck that I didn't make the list just because I couldn't think of it. But here's the things that are going to be awesome. So number 1, our guild name and our guild logo is hilarious. You get killed by a guild called CYBERBULLIES. They're a pink pony guild. That is fucking funny. I don't care who you are. We're the only guild that has a pink flag on the map. We're the only guild that has our primary color is pink. So we stand out like a motherfucker, and when you get killed by the Pink Pony Guild, that is hilarious. And anybody that is a ganker that kind of likes being the villain a little bit, it's even better when you kill somebody as a pink fucking pony. Trust me, dude. I've only been doing it for a little bit, and I love it, dude. It's great. It's good shit. Number 3, you're playing with other dedicated small-scale PvPers. A guild like this is going to be appealing to the technical, like small-scale PvP guys, the guys that really like to play the game at like the micro level, that really like to get intricate and like detailed with what they're doing. That's how I prefer to PvP. I know some people vastly prefer the big battles that are more like big picture kind of things. This is very much the small detail PvP guys. So you're going to be in a group, a small group. It's not going to be many of us, but you're going to be in a group of people that are more dedicated to that mindset. So that'll be fun. Number 4, ironically, we're going to actually place pretty well. We're going to be doing better in Divine Favor than a lot of legitimate mid-sized guilds. So, I don't want to get into this too much, but trust me, with the way the points are going to play out, we're not going to win. We're never going to win. But people are going to be very, very surprised how well we actually do in the points with a guild like this. Which is part of the reason why I'm being a little bit selective with who I take in, because if I let more people in, then it's going to make that a little bit more difficult. So I don't care about winning, but I'm going to be a bit exclusive with who I let in. Not terribly exclusive, not too elitist or anything, but I want to make sure you have the right mentality. And number 5, we're not going to be spending any time running pigs or building keeps or worrying about crafting stations or doing any of this other stuff that a lot of these other guilds do, that it's a big time sink. We're not going to be doing any of that. There's going to be no pressure. There's going to be no way for people to punish us, right? Let's say you piss a bunch of people off in-game and you're part of a normal guild. Well, then they can just go and seize your castle, or they can rally up everybody against you. That's not a thing with this. That's not a thing with this guild. Like, the CYBERBULLIES name is, like, so perfect because there's no way to retaliate against people that have nothing. Like, we have no land. Like, it's brilliant. I fucking love that. I love that. I love that we don't have to spend time building up a keep and doing any of that shit. Can completely focus on the outpost game and building up individual wealth. And that's another thing, is that you are going to have to barter for your armor and items and stuff. But since we're not spending any time building up forts and keeps and dealing with those gold sinks with 75k for the tree and the other various gold sinks that go into building a keep and just the time sinks for that, you're actually going to end up being a fairly wealthy player. Just not even really trying, but just because you're not participating in the traditional gold dumps of being in a normal guild. So, yeah, that's what's gonna suck. That's what's gonna be awesome. I hope this video kind of made sense. With a guild like this, in my eyes, it really is a quality over quantity thing, and it's really not an elitist thing. I'm not trying to get the absolute best alpha top dog PvPers and only let the absolute rank 1 gladiator players in my guild. That's not gonna happen. I don't care. I don't give a damn about that. Especially because a lot of people are coming into this game are new. You know, we don't even know who's good at this game yet. You know, there's probably a lot of people that are actually sick of the game that nobody even knows about. So I don't really care about that per se. I mainly care about people having the right mentality, I guess. And I'm sure some people aren't going to be good fits. You know, I'm sure I'm going to invite somebody that's not going to be a good fit and whatever. It's not a big deal. But it's mainly a mentality thing. So if you are interested, if I have not scared you away and you are still somehow interested and mentally ill enough to want to do this, I'm going to put a link to the Discord down below. If you're interested, join the CYBERBULLIES Discord, and send me a private message on Discord saying you're interested, and I'll probably ask you some questions. I might talk to you in game, and see if you're the right fit. But yeah, I'm interested to see how many people I pick up with this video. I'm expecting not many. I'm kind of hoping not too many people are interested, because if too many people are interested, that means I didn't do a good job of trying to dissuade you from doing it. Because this is not the easy path. Like, this is gonna be, especially if you're newer. If you're newer at the game, this is gonna be a harder path to take. So keep that in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, trying to do something a little different, trying to be a little different here. So we'll see if it works. This experiment could 100% fail. Like, you might see this, you know, the CYBERBULLIES might last a fucking week. I don't know, but I think it's gonna be fun. I really do. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.